Now in our 6th year, this is GabNet, the Great American Broadcast Network. Talk like you've never heard it before.
The Ramble. Alex, that's me. We'll be here till midnight tonight on the East Coast of the United States. Where else? And hello, everybody. Everybody, how you doing? What's new, folks? Okay, are you okay? Are you doing all right? All right. Well, anyway, we get going here with another one of our fine little programs. And let me see here. Let's bring in our old friend from our Tuesday night friend. Well, what are you doing? You got GabNet in the background there.
Yeah. Well, that's the YouTube.
Wait a minute. Move your
Camera down.
camera in. Yeah, you're looking. You got your chin at the. You got to do more. Do more. Got to do more.
I've got Antifa
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's also known as Anti-Fata
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and Queen Anon.
Queen.
Q Anon.
Yeah.
Al Qaeda.
Al Qaeda. Yeah, that's very good. Hey, listen, move your camera, will you? You just there we go. Oh, that feels so much better. And kill the video in the background because that's going to be annoying to everybody. Okay, there we go.
Not what we do.
Okay. Anyway, so
Wait.
There's something wrong with your audio tonight.
I don't know.
Turn it down just a little bit. You might be causing some kind of, I don't know, there's some.
How's that?
No, that's.
Bill?
Yeah. There's some kind of thing going on there that I don't exactly understand.
Well, I don't. I don't hear anything different.
Just try and talk directly into your mic.
All right. How's that?
Yeah, you've just got some kind of, I don't know, some kind of little problem going on there. But we'll
Get my other board fixed.
Yeah.
Just haven't gotten around to it. I'm kind of lazy.
You should get what the good one.
Yeah, the real good one.
Oh, and the bad one is the one you're doing this on.
Yeah. And what I'll do is the bad cheap one will end up going to my office for Zoom meetings.
Mm-hmm.
The good one will end up back on the desk.
Yeah.
But it had a problem. Something burned out. And
yeah, there's no way you can, at least for tonight, do your audio through your microphone in your camera, can you?
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. It'll probably be a little bit better if you did that than this. There's something going through that board that isn't just right,
I am not sure how to do that.
You go up to your little shield up there, the green shield. Or actually, you can go down. See where it says. Oh, wait a minute. Where it says. Where it says mute.
Yeah.
Right there, you have all your inputs for your microphone.
Oh, okay.
Where that little arrow is. Yeah. See it?
Yeah. Let me. I'll choose that one. How's that?
Okay, we'll do that for tonight. It's
Okay.
It's a little,
Is that working?
yeah, it's a little on the hollow side, but it's because you're getting the room tone, as it were.
Yeah.
Anyway, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing all right. I'm getting my next COVID shot on the 11th, and I'm doing a treadmill on the same day, 3 hours before. So I'll be hanging out at Kaiser.
Well, you got what? You got Pfizer?
Yes. I got the Pfizer shot at Kaiser.
The Pfizer at Kaiser.
Right.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Well, see, I'm not getting mine till the 27th.
Yeah.
Which pisses me off. But then I found something out. You ready for the new statistic?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think is the most effective of the vaccines so far out of the three, if you include Johnson and Johnson? Their efficacy rates.
Vicks Vapor Rub.
Okay, can I give you the efficacy rates?
Yeah,
This is
sure.
after 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, after 3 weeks.
I thought Johnson & Johnson was like 60% or something.
No, there's 72 after 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And that's as high as they go.
Mhm.
Although it is said they can go higher if you with time, but they
Yeah.
don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Pfizer is at the end of 3 weeks 52% efficacy rate.
Yeah.
Moderna 80.
Yeah. Wow. Is it because you have the Moderna first shot longer but you're saying 3 weeks?
3 weeks, at the end of 3 weeks. Supposedly Moderna goes up to 80%. And
Wow.
I saw a guy on Meet the Press, and they had the statistics on Meet the Press the other day. And this
Yeah.
guy was a medical guy, and he said, yeah, and what we're finding is that the longer you wait to get the next shot, the better it's going to be.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they don't want you to wait months and months and months, but if you wait 12 weeks or 15 weeks, it may actually improve the effectiveness of the first shot.
Well, if we get 95% from either the Moderna or the Pfizer at the after the second, a few weeks after the second shot, I'm happy.
Well,
you know.
is the question. See, here was the big question that was being asked, and what was getting to be a big, a question of what we should do. This being the case, if I'm effective 80% after 3 weeks, and you're effective, I think after 3 or 4 weeks, the Pfizer goes up some more, goes up to about 70. Okay.
Yeah, because you get the second shot in 3
No,
weeks.
forget about getting the second shot. If you don't get the second shot, it goes up to about 70, something like that. But the point is, what they were bringing up was the question of, if there's so few shots available, would it not be better to hold off people on their second shot if they get a certain level of protection on the first shot and wait until we have enough to give them their second shot?
Well, they may have no choice, and they may hold off anyway because they don't have it.
Yeah.
But Pfizer, they just found that they can get 6 shots out of a bottle.
Well, they knew that before.
I thought
They
it
knew
was
that
5.
before. It's just they haven't made it. They didn't make it official.
Yeah.
Is what they didn't
Well,
do. Okay, so
Yeah, they didn't call me. I mean,
I
but
know.
I'm also, I don't want to get this COVID. So I am, I come home, I check myself. I leave in the morning, I check myself, and
we see here's the thing.
sometimes,
Yeah. And which is higher? Which is higher usually?
Let me turn the other one on. Okay, this is 97.5 on this, and we'll go with the CVS special thing. This is okay.
And then it beeps. Those are the fast ones from CVS. Let me see here. What is it?
97.2 on that, and 97.9.
Yeah, now I'll bet this is in the 96s. It may even go higher because I had my hat on, and I found when I have my hat on, it's not as effective. But let me see here. There we go, 99.7.
Maybe that's because you got the heat on and everything.
No,
Isn't it snowing like crazy by you?
It's not the heat. What it is, it's my hat was on. Now, if I go take my temperature, okay, this is what drives you crazy all day. Okay,
Well,
I take my temperature. By the way, same thermometer.
Same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on a second, and I get to hum now.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's dead air time. If you hum too hard, it'll raise the temperature.
Oh, 98.3 it says here.
Oh, okay. So that's probably more accurate.
If I do it again, I bet you it goes to 98.2. That's the way this thermometer works.
Yeah. Or doesn't. Yeah. All right.
This is a great video, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, this is a tech show now.
A Old men taking the temperature. See, 98.2. I don't know why that happens with this one, but I'll bet now that I've turned on the fan up above here. Okay?
Yeah.
And now I'll try it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, that says low. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Come on. No? 99.7.
Wow.
See?
All right. Well, it's come down. Oh, no, it didn't come down.
No. Now, 97. Oh, see, if you do it here, which is a good place to do it, by the way.
Yeah. I thought the temple was the spot you were supposed to hit it. Or the synagogue, maybe.
98. Okay. If you do it here. Yeah. But you see, I mean, that's better than here because here, for some reason, see, it's now down to 99.3, and I bet as we talk, if I don't put if I don't put my cap on, we'll try it in another minute or so. So my question is, the only reason they're using these at different places is because it's easier to use than sticking a thermometer in somebody's mouth.
Sure, you'd have to clean it every time.
Yeah. So that's the reason they use it. But it's not, I don't believe, as accurate because if I'm, this would be more accurate given that I was wearing my cap and my cap was on my head and my head was getting hot from the cap.
I was 0.4 of a degree between this and this.
I'm now down to 98.4.
Oh.
See, on this?
You'll live.
Yeah, 98.4, 98.6, whatever, So I mean, I don't know which of these things to believe. Okay, but I'll tend to go with this over,
Yeah. Hey, talking about technology, I brought all my comorbidity toys tonight. I've had this where you prick your finger and you put a little drop of blood on the thing and it tells you what your blood sugar is. I just got this. What you do is you run it over a,
98.2, down to 98.2 on this one.
Yeah. 98.2, huh?
And I had by the way, 92, but at 98.2, but I had hot coffee here, so that could have brought it up. So.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah. So this one, instead of poking your finger, you run it over a sensor. So you got a sensor on your arm.
Let's see the sensor. Let's see the sensor on your arm.
Okay.
Now, does that have a needle that goes in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a needle.
Right, and it stays there for 2 weeks. Well, I just had dinner.
See, I saw these things advertised on television, and I said, I bet there's a needle in that thing.
Oh, yeah, there's a needle, and each sensor is $151.
Oh,
and it lasts 2 weeks. And then this thing is like 300 and something. Kaiser told me that I don't qualify for it and that I'd have to pay for it myself. So some third-party company called me and said, "Oh no, you're totally covered." So I'll see when I get the bill.
Yeah.
But this is so much easier. Except in the middle of the night, it's got an alarm.
Yeah, but I mean that thing's got to be stuck in your arm, a needle in your arm all the time.
You don't feel it. It's.
Oh, I know you don't feel it, but I'm saying that this is instead of, I guess, pricking yourself with a needle 5 times a day or something.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And then I was doing stuff like, what Shakespeare said? He said, "Unto thy own self be true." So if you're lying to yourself, who are you lying to? So what I would do is I'd look and I'd say, "Oh, my sugar's great." Then I'd go out and I'd eat a whole bunch of carbs, run my sugar up to the sky, but I wouldn't test. So, when somebody would look at my numbers, they'd say, "Oh, those are great numbers," until they test my A1C. There's other stuff.
What is your AOC?
It's she's
OAC.
Yonkers.
Excuse me, your OAC.
It was 6.9 or 7.
Well, this is by the way, we're up to about 27 viewers now with this. This must really be boring the crap out of them.
Well, I got 97% oxygen.
Yeah, 98.3.
And my heart beats at 80. Did you get one of these yet?
No, I haven't got one of those.
Oh, all right. You got to get one.
Let me see here. Try my temperature again. Oh, I mean, I had some coffee. It's too.
How about one of these?
What? Well, I have one of those. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I like it when it gets tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter.
Yeah.
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 But you're not supposed to put it around your neck.
No, that's not any good. But anyway, see, I mean, this is what happens with this thing. And now that I've got a fan up above me, see, it's like 98.1. So
97.9, you beat me.
Hmm?
I got 97.9, so you beat me.
No, 98.1. Yeah. But I mean, you see what I'm saying? I mean, you can't tell. I mean, all you know is that you either do or you don't have a fever, and you don't have a fever, and neither do I. Even the 99.9 that I had was not a fever yet. I think 100.5 is considered a fever.
Well, are you getting cabin fever? Because I heard it's snowing pretty hard in your neck of the woods.
God. Well, I'm so used to not going out anyway. What does it matter?
Yeah, but
You
you,
know?
look outside. Is there any traffic?
There's traffic out there. I mean, last night it was building up and building up and building up, and there was, of course, very little traffic out there then. But there was traffic out there today. You know?
Let's see. How many minutes do we have here? 9.
Are you counting the minutes? I mean, I
didn't want to introduce anything too soon. What have you heard? What have you heard about the deaths in assisted living homes being inflated? Numbers.
No, being deflated.
No, well, he
Yeah.
deflated them, but they're actually higher than what Como said they were.
I'll tell you, I don't know comorbidity. Comorbidity.
I got those.
Comorbidity. I just thought of
it's like Al Qaeda.
No, but he was causing comorbidity. I don't know what to think, to be honest with you. I'm not that fond of him lately. Okay,
Yeah.
because I think he's been making a lot of mistakes with this whole handling of the COVID thing now. And there are some stories that he let go of 8 doctors early on because they didn't agree with him. You know, and that kind of reminds me of what went on in the Trump administration. And then he was sitting there, you know, excoriating the Trump administration for doing that kind of thing.
It's funny. That's what these guys do, is they accuse the other people of doing exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
But do you remember early on?
But he said back, what he has said in the past was the reason he returned those people to the homes was because that's what the CDC suggested. The reason they couldn't keep them in the hospital is because they were no longer sick, but maybe they still tested positive or whatever, but they were no longer sick, and the hospital desperately needed the beds, so they sent them back to the homes. Well, what they should have really done was not send them back to the homes, send them to some other place that was out of the way, or wherever, to let them.
That was 4,000 beds between those two places.
But he didn't do that. He sent them back to the homes. And then some of those people who died in the hospital they just said they died in the hospital. They didn't say they died in a nursing home. And that's where the numbers were deflated. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Now, do you remember on the other show, on the other part of the show, I had said that there were like 14,000 deaths in assisted living homes. Mm-hmm. And you said, no, the number is 7,000. And now I think they were right in what I mimicked, which was the 14,000.
No, I think that's a little high. I think what they're saying is that it was, I don't know how many more now. It's all who you talk to anyway. I mean, it's not a.
Well, I liked what Como said. He says, "Hey, what's it matter? You die in the hospital, you die in the old age home.
Yeah.
You're still dead." You know?
Yeah. I felt that was an awfully New York answer. Hey, look, it's still dead. What does it matter?
Yeah.
But I haven't been that happy with Cuomo lately. I just think he's been handling it badly. I consider the fact that I'm not getting my shot after 4 weeks a big mistake. And and that's a mistake of the city, because I'm going with one of the city outlets, not one of the state outlets. But when they tell us we don't have enough medicine to take care of you, you don't have enough vaccines to take care of everybody, and then they're saying, and we just opened up Yankee Stadium, and there you can go down there to get the shot. What? If you don't open up Yankee Stadium till you can take care of the school down the street from me.
Well, this is what I don't understand. Early on, they were saying that they were only using 30 or 40% of the vaccines available. Mm-hmm. And the Mayor de Blasio said, well, I want to start giving it to other people if the first responders and the medical people aren't going to take advantage of it.
Right.
And then Cuomo came down on him saying, no, you can't do that. But are they still giving out these vaccines and not using 40 or 50%?
No, they're trying to use up everything they have,
Yeah.
So, of course, we haven't been giving anything out for the last couple of days because of the snowstorm.
Yeah.
Because God forbid a person, right, should go and get himself. Well, it's like when we got my shot and we were standing out for about 2 hours in the line.
Oh, that would be awful in this storm.
Well, no. What I said to the woman as she walked by, I said, from the inside, I said, "What are the chances I'm going to die of pneumonia before COVID?"
Yeah. No, that's
I mean,
true.
I hope the next second shot we get, we don't have to wait that long, and they've got that all taken care of.
Now, your appointment is 4 weeks, 5 weeks from now.
No, it's not 5 weeks.
Now, the people that had appointments during the snowstorm, are they just being moved a couple days?
They're being moved a couple of days. There's some way they're rejiggering it and everything.
Yeah.
I think they might send them to another place near them or something that they open up just for that, to catch up on those shots. I don't know how they're handling it. I'm sure however they're handling it, they're doing a lousy job of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think there are some states where they're sending the vaccine and the needle, and so that it can be administered. I guess beforehand they were just sending the vaccine, and the needle had to be supplied by someone else or the hospital.
I don't know what the story is on there, but I think they're now sending needles, a needle for every shot.
Yeah.
Okay. And they've said now, of course, maybe with some new needles or whatever, they can get 6 shots out of a Pfizer bottle. Moderna,
Right,
Moderna, it's still the 5.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy with Moderna because I know that this is going to, I'm going 5.5 weeks between the first shot and the second shot, and it's nice to know that my protection after about 3 weeks is going to be 80%.
So you believe what they're telling you about the delay, and I'm supposed to believe that they're not watering down the Pfizer shot to give you 6.
They're not watering it down. They're just it's just I think what Pfizer did, is they put more in each bottle than was needed in case there was a missed shot or something or whatever, And so they just, it's the way they apportioned it. They accommodated the fact that maybe you had to have another one just in case something happened with that bottle.
I think they got a deal on bigger bottles and they filled them up by mistake.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
They're nice jugs is what they are. But anyway, otherwise, we could talk about Biden, but it's too early.
Yeah. We'll give him a honeymoon next week. But, they're only a few 100,000 signatures away from taking Gavin Newsom's career away from him.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I think they have 1.3, and they need
I'm
1.5.
I'm so against that. My feeling is a guy ran, he won, no buyer's remorse is allowed. Okay. They did this once before. Didn't they learn that was a bad thing to do? You wound up with Schwarzenegger. Okay.
Gray Davis, the only thing that he did wrong was his wife was on the electrical board, and he bought a whole bunch of
she was on the electrical board. That's shocking.
Yes, it certainly is. And so
Thank you. I'll be here all week. What?
Yeah, bada boom. So what happened was he made a deal with the utility supply companies to supply energy to the grid, but at a much higher price than it was.
Yeah.
So anyway, he got caught, and he wasn't doing anything wrong, and he shouldn't have been impeached, or not impeached. He shouldn't have been taken out of office. But Gavin Newsom, on the other hand, I mean, he has done a number of things to this economy. He's locked it down.
Okay,
no one's
okay, but that is all a question of how you think, what you think of the job he's doing. If you think he's doing a crappy job, then just wait till the next election and vote him out. Okay,
Right.
That's not grounds for a recall.
Well,
in my opinion, now I'm not going to defend Gavin Newsom because while I did like him, I don't think much of him now.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
his French Laundry escapades.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's done a terrible job with this whole COVID thing. He was good in the beginning, and then he got bad. Just like Cuomo was good it was bad in the beginning, got good, and now is getting bad again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, one other thing. There's this guy in Russia. This thing is telling me my blood sugar is high. Yeah, dismiss the alarm. So anyway, there's this guy in Russia, a dissident.
Yeah.
And
Navalny.
his last name,
Navalny.
Yeah, Natalie.
Natalie or Navalny?
I think it's Natalie. And they're
No,
rounding up.
Natalie is a guy who calls this program every night.
Yeah. So they're rounding up all his family and his wife and so forth and arresting them. Now, do you think that Robert got caught in that?
I don't think. I think it's Navalny, if I'm not mistaken.
Natalie, it all looks alike.
I don't want to ruin your joke. Okay, go ahead.
Well, he hasn't been around for a while, so I figured maybe he got rounded up by the Russians.
Could be.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, listen, good talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll check into my audio.
Oddly enough, I look forward to this. So
it's I'm not sitting there like a bump on a log, feeling like I can't say anything. We can sit here, chat, have a good time. And I get my week's worth.
And we don't hate each other, at least yet. So that's good
exactly.
too. Anyway, thank you.
All right.
See you next week.
Have a good show.
There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. That's Phil Meyer, who is a regular on our program. And it's time now for me to bring in the rest of the wrecking crew, as it were. Oh, here we go. And let me just show you the Zoom panel. There we go. There's, Charlie Wallace is joining us, and Trucker Steve is trying to get in there. There he is. He's in his truck. There's Phil Meyer. There's Alan. There's Mr. Brian Neary, and the lovely and attractive Charlie Wallace. Hello, Charlie.
And Charlie's new shirt.
What does it say?
It says, I don't trip. I just do random gravity checks.
That's a good one.
As putting him on the stretcher.
Oh, boy. I like that. Anyway, hello, everybody. How are you? How was your weekend?
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, it's good.
Good. There's good news by the CDC on the Moderna and Pfizer vaccine.
Oh, I just mentioned it.
I know. I was watching. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. Nothing has changed. It was 80% at 3 weeks a couple weeks ago when we talked about this for Moderna at 3 weeks, and 52% at 14 days for Pfizer. Now, they believe Pfizer will go up, like you had said to Phil, but they don't know how much because they didn't test it, because at 3 weeks with the Moderna, you're at 80%. But at 3 weeks with the Pfizer, you're getting your next vaccination. There was no reason to test, how much
but considering in some places there are getting to be shortages, and that the government may anytime soon say the second shot is not necessarily needed at this point.
I agree.
The more you can get, the better.
Well, absolutely. But so if they end up changing it to 5 or 6 weeks out, they may end up actually doing a test on 20 or 30 or 50 or 150 people that get the Pfizer shot and see how much protection they have at 3 weeks if they're not going to give the second shot until 6 weeks. And Dr. Fauci was saying that he believes it's going to be very close to the Moderna number, but it wasn't in the study because you're getting your second vaccination at 3 weeks with Pfizer versus Moderna. And I don't know why.
So that would bring you up to 95.
Right, right. Well,
the question they were asking is, and this is the good one with the 80%. Trucker Steve's having trouble with his picture tonight, I think. Are you there, Steve? Steve, are you there? Well, we can't hear him or see him. Anyway, what was I saying? The question was an ethical question. It's this. Okay, so we find that, let's say, forget it, Pfizer goes up to 70, all right? When you don't get the second shot, it goes up to 7. They even think they may even go more than these numbers, that the longer it's in you, the better it gets, okay?
That's right.
All right. So now, although Pfizer is saying now they think they may have to give a third shot 3 months in to protect against the current problems that they're having.
The variants?
The variants.
Yeah.
But the question is, okay, you've got people like crazy wanting and needing the vaccine. They don't have enough for everybody. They don't have enough to go around. So now we're looking at, if you wait, at least we've got the 70%, 80%, maybe 85% protection, 72% with Johnson & Johnson immediately. Do we maybe hold off on that second shot like they're doing in England and get those first shots out first? Because it's not like the second dose is a different strength or anything like that. It's exactly the same shot.
So what the CDC and Dr. Fauci agrees, and some of the other specialists, I don't need to name names, you don't know them, they all believe that if you don't get the second shot within 4 days, that the first vaccine starts losing effectiveness. And they haven't really checked it out.
When's this though? When's this though?
4 days. So within 4 days on Pfizer and within 4 days of Moderna. So if you don't get it exactly at 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you can get it 4 days out, and you still have that 80% or whatever on. We'll just deal with Moderna for right now, for Moderna. But what happens is your immune system, the reason why they give a lot of people second vaccinations, like with shingles and stuff, is your immune system loses the protection fairly quick after the first shot. And so they give you a second shot and your immune system sees it again. It's primed. The first shot is called the prime. The second shot's called the booster. And what they know is that people start losing protection about 4 days after the day they're supposed to get it. How much they lose, they don't know. Now,
what I heard on Sunday was different than your information.
Okay.
And what that information was, this doctor said they actually have good evidence that, in fact, the longer you have the first dose in you, the stronger it gets. And that you could wait 12 weeks, and it probably is quite strong as a result of that. That this is a vaccine that goes in you and it permeates the cells, and then it just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So they don't know that you have to have it. I mean, I'm going to have it at just before 6 weeks. All right.
So 2 things you said in that was probably and they don't know, which is true in both cases.
Yeah.
So they may be able to extend it out. I think your 5 or 6 weeks, you'll be fine. I'm not a virologist. I just happen to be in the know of a lot of this stuff because of the study I'm involved with. But what they don't know, what you said is they don't know a lot of this. And she's pretty. Who is that?
6,500 people are watching this person and there's 10 people watching us talk about the vaccine.
No, 37. 37. Now, how many are watching her?
Oops.
6,500. You make fun of the girls doing the makeup tips. She's more excited than the talk.
I wonder.
You want to have Phil do makeup.
I wonder
Yeah.
if tomorrow night on this program I just put makeup on,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
lipstick,
That's the
whatever. If perhaps I will get 6,500 viewers.
So anyhow, they,
Yeah.
the statement you said was probably, and they don't know. I think that's true at this point.
Well, this doctor seemed to be pretty sure that there's evidence to support the fact that the longer you have it in you, the stronger it gets, and that the fact that you may not do it at 4 weeks or 5 weeks or 6 weeks is not a detriment.
How does he know that?
He reads the literature too.
Okay.
And he's a doctor who works for one of these virology organizations.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if you look around the internet, you'll
He
find
is an Allen from the East Bay, you know.
there you go. If you look around the internet, you'll find 100 specialists that have 100 different opinions.
I know. All I'm saying is it made me feel a lot better about the fact that getting it at 6 weeks is not a detriment to me.
It's probably not going to be a detriment, but I think that if you compare Moderna to Pfizer at 3 weeks, since they didn't test Pfizer at 3 weeks because they're giving you your second vaccination,
Yeah.
I think that you're going to find that they're both just about the same. I know you got the Moderna, and you're doing what I do, and what everybody does as a human being. You want to grab Moderna and say Moderna is doing great compared to Pfizer.
No, I'm just giving you statistics, okay? And,
I understand.
And our statistics, the statistics you had and the statistics I had line up with each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That initially my shot gave me more protection than yours did. Wait, hold on a second. Trucker Steve's having all kinds of troubles tonight. Yes, Winston Smith, better known as John Larkin. Yes, Winston.
So when I look at myself and I'm looking at my T-shirt, the printing's backwards.
Yeah.
But when I look at Charlie's, it's the right way.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
it's the right way.
It's the right way here.
Here's the right way.
How about if
Would somebody like to explain to him why it's backwards?
Yeah.
What shot did you take, Moderna or Pfizer?
I just noticed that. Why is it backwards to me? But
It's only
not
It's only backwards to you.
on YouTube.
It's something that they do on. I'm not. It's not happening to me here, but something in there you can change it somewhere so it doesn't. It isn't.
It's only.
What they do is they do a mirror.
Pfizer.
They do a mirror image, because when I hold up my right hand here on the screen, it's my right hand, but it's on the other side of the screen. So what they do is they do a mirror thing so that when you're looking at this, and you want to scratch your face, it's the same place you think you're scratching. What now? Plus, she's got ugly tattoos on her. What is that? How many has she got now? You want to give us an update? You want to give us an update, Brian, on how many?
She's blending in the glitter now.
Well, what's she up to? Has she lost people or gained people?
I don't know. Then I got in trouble because I was watching that, getting ready to show you guys, and guess who
So
walked in?
I think the left and the right thing depends on if you got Moderna or Pfizer.
Well, is it going backwards to you guys?
No, it's perfect.
No,
Your
it
shirt
looks
looks
fine to
fine to
us.
me.
All I know is that bottom line, and then we can go on to any number of other things. Bottom line, I've got protection.
And I have protection.
Yeah. So, and what did you get? You had Pfizer or Moderna?
I had the Pfizer.
Yeah.
They claim the Pfizer starts protecting you at 12 days. Moderna's probably close to that.
It's 12 days. I was told
Well,
that too.
I get my next injection on Monday. So.
It's 50% as of 12 days, which for me was Sunday. Was Sunday. So.
Right, you're doing fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel, it's nice to know that I'm somewhat protected. However, there's an interesting thing about the Johnson & Johnson, and I don't know why we don't get this thing passed faster. while it only has 72% protection, if say you come down with COVID and they shoot you up with the Johnson & Johnson, it will mitigate the disease. So,
Maybe.
well, no, they say it does. That's
Okay.
what they found,
Okay.
So, anyway.
They say if you take it and you get sick right away and you're supposed to go to the hospital, it won't make you go to the hospital. But then if you do go to the hospital because you're so sick, it won't kill you. It'll just make you go to the hospital. So it'll lessen the severity.
Lessen the severity. Yeah.
So,
That's great. That's
because
great
it is partially a vaccine in the truest sense. I don't like calling this thing a vaccine because it's really not. It doesn't give you a little bit of the bug, okay? So you create antibodies, but the Johnson & Johnson has a trace of the bug in it. So,
And then,
whatever.
Did you see the guys on Bill Maher? That couple that was on Bill Maher talking about the origin of the virus. Pretty good.
Yeah, but I didn't like them. I thought they were full
Really?
of crap. Yeah, I felt they were full of crap, and I felt that Bill Maher was fawning all over them, as he has a tendency to do sometimes, and was fawning over them and not really being active in trying to say, hey, find out whether they were right or wrong. So I mean, I wasn't that happy with them. I think that show sucks lately because of COVID. I think he should just stay off the air till COVID's over with, and he can do a full-on show and bring in the people he wants to bring in.
Yeah, like a couple of weeks ago, it seems like he keeps interrupting people and not letting them finish their answers. He asks them a question and then he keeps going at it instead of letting them wait.
Well, he has a tendency to do that. He has a tendency to do a lot of things. I mean, he's an ageist. He nothing but old people jokes. Lots of old people. You notice that, Charlie?
Yep.
Does that bother you when you see it?
I wouldn't say it bothers me, but I definitely notice it.
Hey, old people, they're funny and goofy, right? And they're
Isn't he old? Isn't he old?
He ain't no spring chicken.
No, he's like 64 or 65. Yeah.
Yeah. But
wow, that's old.
Yeah, that's old enough to be old.
Oh boy. When I look at this group and I realize I'm the oldest one here, that depresses me.
Well, didn't you and God grow up in the same sandbox, Alex?
Yes, we did. we did. Yes, absolutely.
Am I the youngest one here?
How old are you?
I'm 51.
Dan's 51.
Yeah, you are.
So.
Yeah, you are. Well, a trucker? Steve, how old are you? Trucker Steve, can you hear me? How old? Huh?
45.
45.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
no, you're
He's
just
younger than
spring
you
chicken.
are.
He's the younger.
Okay.
Wow.
And I'm 37. So
Yeah.
97? There's a problem with the sound today.
If I were 37, I'd have more viewers here. Okay. Because I'd be doing something they want to
live.
hear.
So I last night I listened to the Monday show because I'm not up at that hour.
Yeah.
And the beautiful lady from, I think she's from Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
Oh
she
man,
made a comment. You talked about the weather early on, and she says, it's cold here. It's 36 or something like that. She says, but I know that it's a lot worse there. I know you have 10 inches. And I'm surprised.
There we go.
I'm surprised nobody in the group jumped on that when she was
Well, I
talking.
want to know how she knew that.
That was my thought. I couldn't figure that out.
Because we are gentlemen on Mondays. We're
I-
gentlemen
Yes,
on
we are.
Mondays.
It's a very
This is the filthy show.
yeah.
That was
It's a
funny
very
as hell.
it's a very civilized show. Is what
I
it is.
laughed. That was cute when she said that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't start doing it to be a civilized show. I started doing it because of COVID, and I just felt that certain people might have something they want to do when they have nothing to do when they're stuck indoors. And we'll do it. We'll do a Monday during the day and see if it works.
Right.
And in fact, it has become the most popular show we have on GabNet.
Oh yeah,
You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that how you experimented with Zoom also?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think
Because I
I started.
thought you did a couple of those. Zoom
I think I
groups.
was reluctant to do Zoom because I couldn't control it, and I still can't. I mean, I'm at a whim for all the pictures and where they land, I have no control over that. Where with Skype, I was able to create boxes and then put different people in each of the boxes. I could control it. I could put a background on it. And I could do all kinds of things. But that's not the case now. So now I just have to take what Zoom gives me, and it's got its problems. I mean, the picture jumps every now and then, and so on. Yes, Dan.
I was just talked about that. Remind me of this Skype with this pandemic. Skype blew the greatest opportunity they had.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just because everything was Skype, but now all of a sudden Zoom just took over everything. Yeah, and I like it. It's nice, but Skype was king of the thing for a while.
Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Ryan, are you there? I don't trust new people. Ryan, are you there? Ryan, are you there?
Bye. He said bye.
They disappeared.
He was trying to do a Zoom bomb.
I didn't even. No, I don't think he was. I think they just couldn't get on or something. Which, if you can't get onto Zoom, boy, you better give up on computers altogether.
I think Brian was the nickname of the girl that was putting the makeup on that Brian.
Yeah, and we lost Trucker Steve again. He's been having trouble tonight.
He may be on the road.
No, he's obviously parked somewhere, but he may not have a good Wi-Fi signal.
We hope so. Yeah, he's parked somewhere.
Well, no, he wouldn't be doing this if he were driving.
The dog's driving.
Yeah,
that's right.
Then he's not at home where he'd have a good, strong signal.
So I got my answer tonight. This was a good one. Oh, here comes Ryan again. Let me see here. Here comes Ryan. Okay, Ryan, are you there? Can you hear us, Ryan?
Yes.
You
I
can.
hear you.
Huh?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me? We can't see you.
I know because I have my camera on.
You don't have your camera on? Why don't you have your camera on, Ryan? Huh?
Are you doing makeup tips?
No.
I think this is a little kid. I think this is a kid.
I'm on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're on YouTube.
Yeah, I came here from YouTube.
Yeah. How old are you? How old are you?
9.
9?
Oh my goodness!
Everybody, cool it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now we know who the youngest.
So Ryan, what do you do for a living?
I play Roblox.
What?
Hey, same here.
What did he say?
Play Roblox.
Roadblocks.
Roblox. Yeah, I go Tycoon. You go on Tycoon, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I play all these too.
Yeah. You can't turn on your camera, Ryan?
I don't want to.
Oh, you don't want to? Oh, okay. All right.
Fair
Well,
enough.
you don't have
He's
to.
9.
You don't have to.
I leave.
Yeah. So who did you vote for?
What?
Who did you vote for?
I leave.
What? Oh, he's leaving. Oh, we lost.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Well, it
was
was adorable, and since Adrian isn't willing to be adorable anymore,
I like how Phil changed his name and the voice. Ryan.
Yeah, Phil, you can
That
call
was
it
a great
normal
impression, Phil.
boy, I'm having my soda now.
I think Ryan was whispering because he was up past his bedtime.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He said that he lived in Austin, so we were okay.
Okay, that's cool. Austin's good.
Yeah. How's everything? Oh, let's go to. We didn't ask tonight. Time for Charlie Wallace, Dr. Doom.
Yeah. It's
Update.
another banner day.
Really?
3,673 dead Americans today.
Really, it doesn't change, does it? It hovers now. It was going over 4,000. Now it's at least at 3,600, pretty consistently every day.
Yeah, the number of infections are half what they were, 3 weeks ago, but the deaths are lagging behind.
Well, the deaths are going to lag behind because first you have to get sick, then you have to get into
Really?
ICU. Then you have to get intubated. And once you're intubated, there's about a 20% chance you're going to get out of intubation. So we have to let all those go through to the point where we exhausted them. Then you might start seeing the number go down.
There's at least 3 of us that are partly protected. I'm not sure about Jeffrey. Did Jeffrey get a shot yesterday?
No, Jeffrey didn't get a shot yesterday. You're going to Harvard on Wednesday, right?
I'm going to Yale. Raven.
Yale. And you're going to go to Yale and get your shot there. Are you set up to go there and have the shot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
Excellent.
How did you get in there so fast? I mean, you got,
My smart wife signed me up at 2 different places.
Oh, really?
Wow, there you go.
She's a keeper.
And as it turned out, one of them was on Monday. Was canceled.
Come on, Bill. Stop.
We got a scary monster.
Wait a minute. Now we got Scary Monster.
Oh, this is getting fun.
Is that you, Ryan?
That you, Phil?
It's Scary Monster. Right, Scary?
You're
I think it's the same person that was Ryan.
Mm.
Is this Ryan?
Somebody can call and say Baba Booey or
Yeah, that's the next thing that's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe it's Howard Stern.
I'm Scary Monster.
No, there we go.
That's Ryan.
This is Ryan. Hi, Ryan.
You're pretty smart. You know how to spell scary.
Yes, I know how to spell poop.
You spell okay. All right. You're good at spelling.
Yes.
Okay. So if I gave you a word, you could spell it.
Yeah.
Okay. It. Spell it.
IT.
IT. Very good. Okay. Now here's another one for you. Anti-establishmentarianism.
Oh no.
Wait a minute.
Say it again.
Anti-establishmentarianism.
That's too hard.
That's too hard.
How about who did you vote for, Trump or Biden?
My dog.
Your dog.
Good
Answer. Good
Hey,
answer.
can you spell Republican?
REB.
That's all Trump could spell either.
Yeah. It's REP.
Yeah.
UBLICAN. Sorry, you lost, Ryan.
Give me another word.
Oh, okay. Anybody come up with another word for him? Somebody else.
Restaurant.
Restaurant.
Oh boy.
RESTAURANT.
Wow.
Excellent.
Wow. Very
That's a good one.
good.
People usually miss that one.
Is that correct?
Doesn't
There'll be-
that now, folks?
Tomorrow
Doesn't beat that girl putting on makeup? Come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you're going to get a 50-inch TV delivered to your front door.
Yeah. What? Anybody else have a word for Ryan?
Oh God. I had
Liberty.
Jeopardy.
Liberty.
Liberty. Ryan.
Liberty.
Uh-huh.
LIBERTY.
Yeah.
Very
There you
good.
go.
Very good.
You're 9 years old. What grade are you in now?
Third.
Third. And
Wow.
you're that good at spelling?
Wow.
Was I that good at spelling at that age? I don't think so. I don't think
I
we were.
wasn't.
I don't think I was either.
Give me a hard word.
Oh, a hard word.
Puxatani.
Huh?
Puxatani.
Puxatawny.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
No, easier than that.
Oh, okay, easier than that. Okay, see.
Science.
No,
Science.
science.
Science. Yeah, that's a good one.
SCIENC.
Yeah, good
Wait a
job.
minute. You got one letter left.
Physics.
What's E?
Physics.
Right. Okay. All right. Good one there, Jeff. Physics.
P. P. Hichys. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you were.
Yeah,
Right.
there is a Y in there.
Yeah.
Why don't we go
There
back
is a
to
Y,
80?
but there's no H, right? Is it P? I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
PH.
And we just lost. We just
PHY.
and we just lost.
SICS.
We just
Mommy and
lost.
Daddy
We
found
just
out.
lost the smartest person we've had on this show since its inception.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Come on, give me any word. I can spell it.
Hey, Ryan, you could study astrophysics.
Yeah, Ryan's gone though. We lost
he's
Ryan.
gone.
Xylophone.
Xylophone. Oh, that would have been a good one.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to give him, but I thought it might be mean.
No, that's not being mean. He said, "Give me tough ones," you know.
Okay.
But then I gave him anti-establishmentarianism, and he couldn't do
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, I don't know if I could spell that.
antiestabilish and mentarianism. No, I could do it. If I write it out, I can do it. I can't. For some reason, I've never been able to spell vocally. You know, I could never be in a spelling bee because I would have problems.
How about refrigerator?
Refrigerators are easy.
Oh, okay. Spell it.
refrigrator.
Yep, that's
Okay.
correct.
Okay, thank you very much. All right.
Should have given him Mississippi.
Why didn't you get me to spell a washer dryer and how much it's going to cost us to have it fixed?
I thought Marjorie negotiated.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
that's
got
what
this.
I thought
I've got
you did.
this. This thing has turned into a money pit.
no.
Okay,
You could
because
buy a
he
new
came
washer
by and he
dryer for
tried
what
to.
you
He
said.
tried, no, he tried to get rid of the bolt in it, and the bolt won't come out. So he's going to have to saw the agitator down so he can get to the bolt from the side and try and open it that way. And he's already ordered another agitator to replace the one that we have.
Oh, that's expensive.
No, it's not expensive at all. It's about $70, $69, $70. I mean, yeah, no. I look. We asked him. He said it's about about $70.
Does this guy come in and bend over and show us crack a lot?
No. He doesn't do that. So he might
And
have.
it's not a real. Oh.
He might have to do that. But the reason we're not getting another one is this one's supposedly in great shape. He said it can go another 10 years without any problems. He says these things go forever. All right. He said, but he said that he wouldn't be fixing it if he didn't feel it was going to really fix it up and it was going to last a while for us. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm already invested about $170 into this whole piece of crap deal, and we're gonna have to spend another $500 to fix it, and then the agitator, and so who knows. The reason I don't want to get another one is this one has to be then pulled out of the pantry, which is going to mean we're going to have to get rid of a lot of stuff in the pantry in order to make room to be able to get it out, and then the new one has to be brought in, installed. And that's going to cost, if we buy a new one, sure, it's going to cost about $1,500, but it's going to cost us another $200 or so for the installation and the hauling away of the old thing. So, it's a pain in the ass.
So that sounds really agitating.
Yes, it's agitating. Yeah. No, I looked up agitators too. The agitator itself, the part he needs, is only about $70, I think.
Yeah, no, it costs 3 times as much to get it installed.
Oh yeah. But if that screw would have just come out, be fixed already. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he's got to get a new screw for it too, and it's rust there and everything. Forget it. I give up. We've got a laundromat around the corner. Okay.
Let's go back to thermometers.
Sure. Let me
They
look.
cost a lot less.
What's Alex's current temperature?
Yes.
Compare the oral and rectal thermometer.
Everybody take a guess here. What is it?
Use the rectal thermometer I gave you.
Yeah.
He's got it in his mouth right now.
Hey, what's the difference between an oral and a rectal thermometer?
A rectal thermometer tastes like shit.
Well, the taste, that was the answer.
Yeah. Well, I just made the whole answer a little
You know,
cruder.
Made it funnier.
Yeah, you
That-
can.
I used that joke last
Sick.
week. Nobody laughed.
Save that joke for Ryan.
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear Jeff Bezos is quitting?
Yes.
He left right when he was in his prime.
What's his prime?
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh,
Well, actually, he's
I thought I heard that he's actually ascending to some other.
he's stepping down as CEO, but is retaining his position as chairman of the board.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the things the chairman of the board does, he appoints the CEO.
Yes.
So, you know.
They'll make money.
He's like Putin and Trump.
He's still the largest stockholder, so
he's still the richest man in the world. I don't know where his money came from, because this company kept losing money and losing money and losing money.
I don't know.
He is worth
like $80 billion.
No, not 80. Not 80. Try this for size. As of today, $200 billion.
Yep.
Just him?
Just him.
Yep.
God damn.
Is that more than Trump has?
Not to listen to Trump tell it. Not to listen.
Yeah.
You
Not
know.
according to Trump.
But what do you guys think? I don't want to get too heavily into politics, although we probably could use it because the numbers are really low tonight. What do you think of the whole concept of the impeachment? Well, first of all, let's go to Charlie. He had his hand up first, then we'll go to Dan Meyer. Yes, Charlie.
I think you gotta impeach him, because if you let people get away with doing all kinds of shit and you don't punish them for it, they're just gonna keep doing it.
But he's not going to get punished. There's not enough votes.
No. It's not done yet. It's not done yet.
I don't see why they didn't prosecute him federally.
Okay, Dan, how do you feel?
Well, I was gonna basically say the same thing, but you know, you gotta just do what you can and get it on record who voted for what.
Yeah.
And if he gets acquitted, then that's for the rest of history to see. You know.
Well, see, the thing that bothers me is that because we are impeaching him now, we're going to have to see his ugly face on television every day. Whenever MSNBC talks about him, immediately they put on a picture of him.
Of course.
You know, and I just don't even want to hear from the guy again. I just get out of my face. I'm so fatigued from it.
That's exactly what I remember thinking he was going to lose the election, and you know, people are going to be like, oh, let's just have unity and let's just be done with this. We're so tired of it, so let's just let it go and have his own little private island, and you know, I'll be all hunky dory. No, he's gotta fucking pay.
Yes. First of all, let's see here. We had John Larkin had his hand up, and then Ray. Yes, John.
Yeah. You know, I understand they're going to impeach him, and that's a good thing and everything, but he's going to get off on that. But why aren't they talking about prosecuting him federally, criminally?
Here's what I feel. Okay, is that forget about all the impeachment stuff. He's going to be up to his ass in litigation anyway. The state of New York is going to press charges against him. I have little doubt that they aren't going to, okay? And they're not relying on the federal system or anything like that. So he's going to have to defend himself in court on that particular thing. He's got all kinds of other legal things hanging over his head. His life is going to be a living hell for the next how many years he's left alive. He's going to be left without a penny.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, so I mean, we don't need to impeach him to get even with him. His life is gonna be a living hell. I'm telling you that right now. You know,
but it's about more than that, though. It's about further down the line, way past hundreds of years from now.
It's about the next Republican president.
Yeah.
Well, every Republican president has done worse than the one before him. You had Nixon, then you had Reagan, and then you had, well, not the first Bush, but then you had George W. Bush, and now you got Trump. It keeps escalating. You don't do anything to Trump, the next guy will overthrow the government with the military, and we'll be like Russia.
Yeah,
right. That's true. I believe that as well.
Yeah. Yes, Ray, you had your hand up.
I think they should have just censored him because he's going to get off. He's not going to get convicted on this impeachment, and he's going to claim victory. I wasn't guilty. It was a witch hunt again. I never told them to attack the Capitol. I just said, walk down the street with me.
Yeah,
if they just censored him, then he couldn't do anything against that. And then he's going to be facing all of these charges, like you say, Alex.
It's about the next guy.
No,
it's about the smart version of Trump that's coming down the pike.
Yeah.
No, that's why I think a censuring he wouldn't have been able to refute.
But you don't have all the facts. You don't know about the meeting the night before they had. You don't know about all the meetings they had leading up to the 6th where they were planning this shit.
No,
yeah.
but my
but Charlie,
I agree with you, but they're just not going to convict him.
But
no matter
also,
what.
Charlie, that's going to come out in all the FBI investigations and the governmental investigations as to how that happened, and why it happened, and who conspired to do it. Those are all coming out from other places as well. It's not like we've given up the ghost on who did what, where, and when. But it's just that in the end, we're never going to be able to find this guy guilty in the Senate, and therefore we can't even censure him on any level. So, yes, Dan Meyer.
Let's just admit this entire, from the get-go, the whole thing of impeachment in the first place is so ridiculous. It's all political. It's all a popularity contest. Now, did you know that Mitt Romney was the first person ever, when he voted to convict in the last impeachment, the first person ever from the president's own party to vote to convict in an impeachment? That kind of tells you right there that the whole thing is just partisan crapola, right?
Well, yes, it's a lot of it. All of it is partisan, and most of it is going to be along. But
exactly.
we need 17 more people to convict him, and I don't think you've got the Republicans with the cojones to do that.
I agree. I mean,
here's the part I don't get. Mitch McConnell, who is now literally not the majority leader of the Senate, because if you add in Kamala Harris's vote, he is the minority. Okay?
Right.
Because you have to add that vote in, because whenever there's a tie, she's going to be there to do. So Schumer is now the majority leader. Yeah. McConnell is not willing to step down as majority leader.
It's not his choice.
I don't think it is his choice, but he's refusing to step down.
Well, he's following the example of Trump, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know. That sounds crazy.
I know it sounds crazy. It's all been crazy. I mean, do you really honestly, truly believe that our president won by a great majority in the last election? Yeah, he won in a great majority if you don't count any of the Democratic votes.
All right.
No, but the majority leader controls what bills go on the floor, and McConnell can't control that, because the Democrats are going to put on the coronavirus bill, and they're going to put it on the floor, and they're going to do it with reconciliation, so it doesn't have to go through any filibuster bullshit. So it's going to be just a majority vote, 50 votes, and Harris is the tiebreaker.
Okay, so here's what we do. I say, screw this whole thing with playing nice with the Republicans. Obviously, they don't want to cooperate. Obviously, they don't want to come to compromise or things like that. So what we do is we just simply tell them, okay, fuck you. We've got the votes. We're going to vote it through. Oh, and by the way, where filibuster is concerned, we're going to change that while we're at it.
Yeah, they're going to have to do that.
Yeah, so I mean, come on, you got to say to the Republicans, play some kind of ball with us. Maybe we can make some kind of compromise here. But if you don't want to compromise, we're still going to do it. We're just trying to play nice. Yes, John.
The Republicans are always saying, the economy during Obama was so slow. It was the slowest fucking recovery in the history. Yeah, well, it was the fucking Republicans that wouldn't, that was blocking the stimulus and stuff in 2008. They were the ones that were all, making, trying to fuck the economy up. So it was their fault that the recovery wasn't that good.
That's
so
what
now that we have the power, we're just, they're not going to fuck with them anymore. They learned their lesson.
That seems like what Republicans always do, because they sabotage something and then they say, "Look what the Democrats did."
Yeah, of course,
yeah. But
they filibuster. It used to be you only filibuster 2 or 3 bills every session. They filibuster every fucking single bill during Obama's administration. Every bill had to have 60 votes.
I think if you think about it, Obama did a bang-up job of being president, considering the fight he was having to fight to get anything passed.
Yeah, for sure.
And so far as the economy is concerned, it started to flourish under Obama.
Yep.
It took a dive right after the Republicans were no longer in office, because they left it in a shambles, and they allowed this whole, the whole financial thing. Now this says Rodrigo Vallejo Torres. Do we want to take a chance on him?
Sure.
Shall we? Because I'm ready to just take him off immediately. So let's see what happens here. I bet it's going to be a bomb. Hello, Rodrigo. Are you there? Ask to unmute. Okay, unmute. Okay, if you don't unmute, okay, now you're. Are you there, Rodrigo? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Okay, put in the waiting room.
Finally!
Oh man!
Jeez. At least you know that was not Phil.
Yeah. Let me get this back to gallery here.
Phil on the,
at least we. What was that? What was that? I got rid of it so fast I didn't get time to look at it.
It was a male stripper.
A male stripper. Yeah. Okay, well,
American
that's
flag.
it was just simple male nudity, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that was Ryan.
I'll be Ryan in 30 years.
Yeah, Ryan in 30 years. Oh boy. Anyway,
Alan, did you have something you wanted to say? You had your hand up earlier.
I did, but I wasn't seen, so.
No, go ahead, Alan.
I can't remember. Wait till you get to my age.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Charlie.
Well, we were talking, but we were talking about, whether impeachment is on the table, whether it's a good idea.
You took Dan, and then you kind of sort of passed Ray, and then you finally took Ray.
Yeah, but here's my feeling on it. Okay, we've got rid of Trump, which was wonderful. Goodbye. There's the door. Fucking leave. All right.
That's right.
All right. But this is now Jaime Trujillo. Let me see here. Jaime Trujillo.
Now I know what I was going to say.
Okay. Remove and report to Zoom. Okay. And then I'm going to say, let's see here. Other can't talk to you later. Legal or abusive. Okay, we'll do that. Submit. Okay. Anyway, thank you for submitting the report. Yeah, okay, it's enough is enough. I'm doing a show here. I don't have to answer all your questions.
So what I wanted to ask earlier was, why are we allowing the Republicans to get involved in our politics when Trump had total control? Did they allow the Democrats to have anything?
No, but here's
so why are we even playing this game with them?
But here's the thing that bothers me, okay, is that every day I tune into MSNBC, and as I say, every time they talk about Trump, they show a picture of him. And when he was no longer going to be president, I sighed a sigh of relief, because the exhaustion I've had just having to put up with this man's face on television every day was more than I could take, all right? So I am so happy he's gone. Now, he's not gone. He's still on every day.
It's just going to be for a couple more weeks, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? How long do you think this trial's going to take, John?
Yeah, when he was speaking at the at that rally at the Eclipse, on the day, and he was doing Jerry Lewis, when he goes, and we're gonna walk down to the Capitol. Did you notice that? It's Jerry Lewis.
Listen, he is guilty of insurrection. There's no question in my mind that he's guilty of insurrection. Yes. It's not because I'm a lefty. It's just what I saw screamed insurrection. He asked people to come to Washington on that particular day when they were going to be holding the vote, only to tell them, now march down the street and tell them what you think. And then admonishing them that cowards or something don't win or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Fight. We got to fight.
Yes.
A lot of violent.
Take back our country.
What he did was basically cause an insurrection. Yep. And he's guilty of that. Yeah. But you're never going to find the Republicans to find him guilty on that. Yeah. And that's the problem. And the problem is that don't we have other things to do? And isn't he going to have enough problems as it is already? I'll bet you he's going to have to sell Trump Tower within 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie?
Yeah, the problem with impeachment is a lot of these people that are involved with it in the Senate were his co-conspirators, and yet they're on the jury. Yeah. That is a problem.
Yes, they were his co-conspirators, but they were also the victims of the crime.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, and they also have 45 of them say that they were going to vote before the trial even happened. They said they're going to vote him innocent. They're not going to convict him. What would you have with a jury if 10 of the jurors came up and said, "Hey, we're going to find this guy"?
But how can they?
Innocent no matter what?
What I don't get is how they can do that after hiding and under their desks during this whole thing, and then coming out and saying, "Well, it isn't his fault." What do you mean it's not his fault?
Yeah. AOC did Instagram, and she had a real detailed thing. And she was hiding. She was trying to be as quiet as could be. And she could hear people yelling out, "Where is she? Where is she?" She knew they wanted to fucking kill her.
And if they had found her, they probably would have.
Absolutely. They would have fucking raped her first, of course. But
Same thing with Pence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you hear the interview? Did you hear the interview of the Capitol Police officer, the black guy, say that had anybody made it into the vice president or into the chamber and threatened anybody, he would have had no problem killing them on the spot.
Yeah, but when you got that many people, you're not going to get
them. That's get extra bullets, These cops got, probably 50 rounds on them.
Yeah, but that's not going to save Pence once he's dead, or AOC once he's dead.
Worry about the Congress. Forget Pence.
The thing I saw tonight, I tell you, I heard about the cop who died in the insurrection, who's being laid to rest at the Capitol Rotunda, which is very rare honor for a civilian, basically.
Absolutely,
and he deserves it. But I kept saying to myself, I looked at my watch and I said, didn't this happen on January 6th? And what's the date today? It's the 2nd of February. And they're going to put him under the rotunda? I said, we Jews bury our people within 2 days.
Oh, I see.
And this guy's been whatever. And then
he was cremated, though. He was cremated.
That's what I was so happy to see it. They placed a box there of his ashes in the rotunda.
They don't want to see
his body wrinkled up.
Yeah. But yes, John.
That's a high honor. And would Trump have done that? Absolutely.
No. Or if it had been done anyway, he wouldn't have shown up. Yes,
that's right.
John.
When my mother died, I I was there the night, that she passed away in the hospital, but she passed away at like 4 a.m, and I went home, to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And somehow, some competing mortuaries claimed her body. So like some mortuary that I didn't even know. I never even called a mortuary, but some mortuary came and took her body away. I was like, I don't know what even happened. I was like, where's my mother? I called the fucking hospital. I go, where's my mother? They go, well, that mortuary took her. I go, what fucking mortuary? So I had to go to the mortuary and claim her and take her to this other fucking mortuary.
Well, what was their excuse on why they had to, why they stole her body, basically?
I I don't know. I don't know how it works. I guess they thought she was like a indigent or something. You know, whatever that word is. You know, somebody that dies without any family.
That's horrible.
Hey, you know, we haven't heard from Trucker Steve hardly at all tonight. Anything you want to comment on, Steve?
Sorry, I got a bad internet signal. That's why I haven't been talking much.
Yeah. It's always spotty on the road, right?
Well, this particular truck stop, it's shit.
Where are you?
We thought maybe you were on the road and the dog was driving.
Yeah. Well, no, your picture is fine and your audio's fine.
Yeah.
What it might be is it might look bad on your end, is what the problem probably is.
Well, you guys are constantly freezing up on my computer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. But you're not freezing up here. You're not freezing up here.
I'm seeing some goofiness. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm getting a message that his bandwidth is low.
No.
Yeah, you know, I same thing. I've been getting that on several other people here. I think the program is messed up.
No, it's coming through great on this end, and that's all that matters actually. Is that
There
it
you
looks
go.
good? That it looks good here, because then it will look good on YouTube. You know.
Well, we'll have to see.
And everybody's signal is 5x5, as they say, or is it 10 by 10?
5x5.
Is it 5x5? Is that it? Anyway,
Those are the brain cells that Trump has.
Yeah.
10.
So anyway, you know, let's see here. How's my temperature doing? As long as we got a couple of minutes left, a minute left or so on the show, I should take my temperature and see what it is now. You always
My
somewhere.
blood pressure is always 5 or 10 points higher after this show.
Really?
10 points? That would be a problem.
97.9, folks. Ta-da!
I was gonna bring up something real quick. I don't know how many fans of the cannabis are here, but who's ever heard of Delta 8 THC? That's like the new thing. It's really good and it's legal. It's legal everywhere. Yes.
Not in Texas.
Well, are you? Well, maybe some states have. Are you familiar with what it is, Charlie?
Hey,
No
Dan.
marijuana is legal in Texas.
Is that like
I'm in California, baby.
Yeah,
don't
everything's
have medical
legal
or
in
nothing
California.
Dan, they developed that at Trump University last month.
Yeah.
And by the way, Cuomo here has said that he wants it fully legal just for recreational use now. He feels it's a way of raising
it might happen
money.
this year. Congress might vote for it.
Well, also he feels that it's a way of raising money here, so it's not as bad.
I want to see you high on marijuana, Alex.
You know what? No, you don't.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. I get very boring. I just get withdrawn.
Really?
Yeah.
Alex, let me tell you. Are you worried about like the paranoia?
No.
The Delta 8 doesn't give you the paranoia.
I don't care about the paranoia. I'm paranoid anyway. I just become dull. So I never smoke it while I'm working. I could never. I found I occasionally, once in a while, by accident, I got high on pot, and then I tried to do a show, and I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Oh, that was the Grateful Dead, right?
Oh, the Grateful Dead came into my studio, and they all started smoking, and I was told by the station, well, you don't have to stop people who come in and smoke, but you can't do it yourself. I was so high by the end of that show. Anyway, that's it for tonight, folks. That's all she wrote. Never went over 40 people listening at any given time. What the hell is up with things lately? I guess it's just not as exciting anymore, folks. Oh, here comes Juan Carlos Garcia Chavez, who has entered the thing. We'll just go remove and remove them. And no, I don't want to. No, I don't want to report. Forget it. It takes forever to do. So Juan has been removed. I think I have to be really careful about that now, unless I look at it and I can tell who the person is, right? But it was nice talking to who was it? Brian. Ryan. Hey, listen, thanks to Dan Meyer for being here. Thanks to Alan for being here. Brian, always good having you here, Brian. Same thing with Charlie Wallace and Jeffrey Stein and John Larkin and Ray Renati and the lovely and attractive Trucker Steve and his dog Rocky, who we have not seen tonight. He's probably asleep, right, Trucker Steve? Is Rocky? Is Rocky still? Oh,
there's Rocky under the sheets.
Oh, there's Rocky. There's Rocky. Okay, now all's good with the world. Everybody give a big wave goodbye, and we'll give a big wave goodbye back at you. Okay, there they go. That's our citizen panel for tonight, and along with all the guys with the Spanish names that we're trying to show naked people on our program. In the meantime, all of you go away. Next is Jack Bishop's program, The Intersection. He'll be doing his stuff on Skype, okay, with the sign-on of GabNet Live. I'll see you again tomorrow night, right after, let's see, we have sports at 9 o'clock, I believe, with the franchise MC. We'll see you again tomorrow night at 10:30 Eastern Daylight Standard Time. And in the meantime, if you see her, yeah, as always, tell her I love her. And by the way, be safe out there. Wear a mask. Bye-bye.